Welcome back, everybody, to WagerTalk TV. I'm Ross Benjamin of WagerTalk.com. Well, we've had this outstanding streak going on for close to 6 weeks now. And for the first time in close to 6 weeks, we went 0-2 yesterday with our free picks. But time to get back on the saddle, not only with the free picks, my premium picks, I've lost, I've gone 0-3 the last 2 days. So it's time to turn things around. And that's what I'm going to do today. Even with those two losses, folks, still 37-6 with my last 43 free picks here on Wager Talk TV, and also 50. Let's see here, 37-6 and 54-13 with my last 67 right here on Wager Talk TV. I think that last streak is right. If not, it's right in the neighborhood. But I know 37-6 is definitely for the last 43 and 54 wins. And I want to say 13 losses, but I'll double check that later and leave it in the comment section. How's that? But in any event, folks, I got two Major League Baseball winners today coming into Seattle Mariners at New York Yankees game, and also the Washington Nationals at the St. Louis Cardinals. One of those selections is an underdog play. The other one might be a surprise play to you, but in any event, folks, stay tuned for that. I'll have my analysis on exactly why I like both of these games and came to those decisions. Before I get to that, real quick reminders, folks. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, take a second to do so. Hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. It's absolutely free to subscribe to Wager Talk TV. And while you're at it, hit that alert notification bell for Wager Talk TV, and you'll be alerted immediately upon any of our great content going up on our great channel. Also, folks, we've been doing very well over the last 6 weeks, actually the last 14 months with free picks here on Wager Talk TV. A small favor is to hit that like button for me. It goes a long way in keeping Wager Talk TV happy with me. I'm certainly trying to make you happy. So just a small ask, folks. Hit that like button. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Thank you for viewing. In any event, also, don't forget, I have my Major League Baseball trend of the day up every day on my X feed. And my handle at X is at Ross Benjamin1, at Ross Benjamin1. And while you're there, if you haven't followed me already on X, take a second and just hit that follow button, and you'll see whatever I post up on X, not only the Major League Baseball trend of the day, but various other topics. You'll see it come across your X feed as well. So take the time to do that. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes. The Seattle Mariners with Brian Wu on the mound at the New York Yankees with Marcus Stroman, 7:05 Eastern Time. Both teams right now are a minus 110 on the money line, and the total in this game is 9. The Seattle Mariners are coming up a 9-6 loss yesterday, and they are 5-0 in their last 5 games this year when coming off a loss in which they scored 5 runs or more. Let me repeat that again. They're coming off a 9-6 loss yesterday, and the Mariners are 5-0 in their last 5 this season, off a loss in which they scored 5 runs or more. Just off a loss in general, Seattle has gone 8-2 in their last 10 and averaged 6.7 runs scored per game in those 10 games. Even yesterday, they are coming off back-to-back losses, which added to that, went from 8-1 to 8-2 in that situation, but they still scored 6 runs yesterday. So they've been very productive when coming off a loss offensively. They haven't lost 3 in a row, meaning Seattle, since June the 11th. So today is the 10th. It's going on a month since Seattle has lost 3 games in a row. Brian Wu gets the start for the Mariners, and he might be the most underrated pitcher in the American League this year. 17 starts this year. Wu has gone 6 innings or more in all 17 starts. In his last 4 starts, he's been in terrific form with an 0.72 ERA, an 0.88 WHIP, and a better than 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He's made 1 start against the Yankees this year. That came way back on May the 13th in Seattle, and he went 6 innings in that start and allowed no earned runs, 4 hits, struck out 6, and walked none. So a dominating performance in his only outing against the Yankees this year. As a matter of fact, the current New York Yankees roster is just 8 for 48 lifetime against Wu. That's a 167 batting average and also only a 184 team on base percentage. So Wu has fared very well against his current Yankees roster. 4 career starts against the Yankees in all. He went 3 and the Mariners were 3-1 in those 4 games that Wu started against the Yankees. And this 2.82 ERA, 0.94 WHIP, and better than 6-1 strikeout to walk ratio in those 4 starts against the Yankees had a lot to do with Seattle winning 3 of those 4 games. The Seattle bullpen over their last 27 games, not dominating, but still very good. A 3.29 ERA and a 1.09 WHIP. Now, the Yankees have won 3 straight games. And believe it or not, they have not won 4 in a row since May the 28th. That's a long time, folks. So they're looking to break that string today. I don't like their chances personally. Marcus Stroman, 5 starts this year, a 7.45 ERA and a 1.66 WHIP. He was on the injured list for a while. He returned recently, made 2 starts, went 10 innings in those 2 starts combined, and allowed 4 earned runs. Still not the Marcus Stroman we've seen in past years. He hasn't pitched beyond the 5th inning in all 5 starts this year. The New York, and that's problematic when you consider the fact that New York Yankees bullpen has been just awful of late, specifically over the last 6 games, a staff 8.18 ERA, 150 WHIP, and 8 home runs allowed in 22 innings pitched. The Yankees are also 3-9 in their last 12 this season, whenever their money line is between plus 125 and minus 125, which it is today. I'm going to go with the Seattle Mariners here, minus 110 over the New York Yankees on Thursday, July the 10th. Before I get to my next pick, just a friendly reminder, folks, we got a great special going on right now at WagerTalk.com. You can get the rest of the Major League Baseball season from any one of us, including yours truly, for just $349, folks. That takes you right through the World Series. So $349 will get you the rest of my Major League Baseball season through the World Series, folks. That amounts to less than under $3.50 per day. Take advantage of that offer, and let's make some money like we have been over the last 2 months plus. All right, let's get right to the next game, which is the game between the Washington Nationals and the St. Louis Cardinals. It'll be Michael Soroka going for the Washington Nationals and Miles Mikolas for the St. Louis Cardinals. The first pitch is slated for 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Right now, the Cardinals are a minus 140 money line home favorite, and the total in this game is 8.5. Miles Mikolas has been in terrible form over his last 5 starts. During that span, an 8.31 ERA, a 150 WHIP, and an alarming 11 home runs allowed in just 26 innings pitched. So Miles Mikolas, not only a terrible ERA, but he's also given up the long ball at a high degree of frequency. St. Louis's bullpen doesn't figure to be much help, as they've really struggled over the last 10 days or so, specifically over their last 5 games, a 5.49 ERA and a 1.48 WHIP as a staff. And the Cardinals bullpen over those last 5 games, they've also are prone to giving up the long ball, as they've allowed 5 home runs in just 19 2/3 innings pitched. St. Louis over their last 8 games has been offensively anemic over that course of time, averaging just 2.1 runs scored per game, and they lost 6 of those last 8. No surprise there when you have that low offensive production, or I should say, lacking that kind of offensive production. Michael Soroka is coming off a start against Boston in which he was rocked. He allowed 7 earned runs in 4 innings pitched. However, Soroka, in his last 4 starts, after going 6 innings or less in his previous start, He has a 2.63 ERA and 0.79 whip. So it's been a lot of back and forth with Soroka. And if you're following that algorithm, he's due for a good outing tonight. He's 18-9 in his career team starts versus National League teams like St. Louis that have a team batting average of 255 or worse. And that includes 12-4 on the road for Soroka in that situation. Soroka also 2 career starts at St. Louis, and he was very good in those outings. 13 innings pitched, a 1.38 ERA, and 0.62 whip, and 12-1 strikeout to walk ratio. The Washington Nationals, believe it or not, are 11-5 in their last 16 as a road underdog of plus 157 or less, like they are tonight. And only one of those 5 losses came by 2 runs or more. So they were 15-1 against the run line as well. And that also includes 6-1 in their last 7 as a road dog of plus 157 or less, and 7-0 versus the run line. So their one loss came by 1 run. So they've done very good in that situation. Now, it's either take Washington plus 140 or plus 1.5. And I'm not going to opt for either, folks. I am going to I like Washington's chances in this game. I'm not opposed to the plus 140, but I am also not going to lay minus 186 at plus 1.5 on the run line. So, again, DraftKings I use extensively for this, and we've done very well with these plus 1, minus 1 situations over the last 6 weeks. I'm going to take the Washington Nationals plus 1 on the alternate run line at money line odds of minus 128 over St. Louis. So my 2 picks for today in Major League Baseball. Number 1, the Seattle Mariners minus 110 over the New York Yankees, and the Washington Nationals on the alternate run line plus 1 minus 128 at the St. Louis Cardinals. Again, folks, don't forget that Major League Baseball special right through the World Series, $349. Take advantage of that offer. Also, folks, still, even though we went 0-3 the last 3 days in terms of our premium picks, we're still at 60% since way back on May 13th. So doing awfully well there over the long haul. We're going to win today because I am not going to lose 3 days in a row with my premium picks, and I'm not going to go 0-2, that's for sure, 2 days in a row with my free picks. As a matter of fact, we're going 2-0 today. So don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to check out my Major League Baseball trend of the day on X, my handle at RossBenjamin1. Give me a follow. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so already. Hit that subscribe button. Until the next time, for WagerTalk TV and Ross Benjamin, take care and God bless, folks.